I had been talking to my little sister after work, a lot after work actually. It was like 10:20 p.m. and I had gone to the bathroom after talking to her, and I was gonna come right back and talk to her. And when my coworker messaged me, I opened that message, and then I was like thinking that I was talking to my little sister. I was not talking to my little sister, but for some reason my brain was just tired and did not make that distinction. So I picked up the conversation as if I were talking to her, and he took this as an opportunity to entertain himself and see how long can I trick her into thinking that this is uh, not me. Usually I only make that mistake with one or two texts. Like after one or two texts I send, I realize that that's not, oh, this is the wrong person. But I kid you not, we like exchanged 30 text messages before I realized that. And it was very embarrassing, and he did not stop me. Like, he just kept going. And sometimes I sounded a little unhinged because it's like I was talking to my little sister, and my little sister and I share a room. We're like pretty close, so I'll just say whatever. And had been talking about cults before, not cults, but like just like in general. And then I had a dream that night, right, including her, me, and Olivia Rodrigo. And I was like, oh, that's a crazy dream. I've got to tell her about it. So that's what I was telling her about. And I wasn't telling her about it. I was telling him about it this whole time. My coworker. I mean, you know, it's okay though, because this coworker is the same age as me, so it's not like he was like my superior. That would have been really weird. And also weird of him to do if he was older than me, because you should have told me that I was not talking to my sister. Because at that point, I'm obviously thinking this person I'm talking to is my little sister. And yeah, so I proceeded to tell him all about the dream I had, and it was like a crazy dream, and it was really just stupid. And the first sign should have been when I read the word baddie. He said baddie because he was like, oh, Olivia Rodrigo, she's a baddie. And my sister doesn't use that word, like, ever. If she wants to say a girl is pretty or cool, or like she likes her a lot, she'll be like, oh, I love blank and blank. I like blank and blank a lot. Or oh, she's so pretty. Like, she'll say that instead. But my brain would do this thing where if he sent a text that didn't really sound like my sister, my brain would just imagine her saying that word, and then it'd be like a check thing. Like, it'd be like, oh yeah, I can imagine her saying this, so it's fine. And so it did that a couple times. Like, he said broski, like he said bet broski, and she doesn't say that. I think she said that a couple times back in the day, but not anymore. So that was also, I was confused when she said that, he said that, and yeah. And so after I was done explaining this entire dream sequence and other stuff, I finally realized that this was not my little sister, because the glare was on my phone, right? So that's why I couldn't see the contact. So I tilted my phone like this way, flat, like this, and then I realized, oh my god, that is not my little sister's name. That is my coworker's name, and I have been talking to him about this crazy dream for the past like 20 minutes. And I started to immediately apologize because that's so embarrassing. And I, at that point, hadn't really realized how long I had been going on to him, because I thought that I just told him about the dream. But no, it turns out I was also had included the conversation about cults. Not cults, but like the mention of it and stuff. And I was like, oh my god, that's so embarrassing. He thinks I'm crazy. Because I was like, oh yeah, I'm saying like you can deprogram people. It's possible. It's hard, but I mean, someone's been in a cult. You can deprogram them from like their way of thinking that they've been programmed to think by the leader and stuff. But yeah, I mean, it was all in good fun at the end. It's not like he was my superior, so he was just a coworker, so it was fine in the end. But still very embarrassing. Yeah, I have a habit of doing that, like sending a text thinking it's someone else and then it's not. Why do I keep doing that? Yeah. In other news, I've been tutoring my little brother for the math SAT. Yeah, he's like reverted back to child because like he got something right, right? I mean, it's not like he's getting a lot of stuff right, but it's also like he was proud that he got this one thing right, and then he got so excited he started throwing pencils at me, which is not, you know, it's not nice. But he was just happy, so whatever. And then he was doing a problem, and I was like, okay, so what did we learn for this? Because sometimes I like to do like a recap of like, what did you learn for this, just so you remember, because you'll see a similar problem on the exam maybe. So he just like drops his pencil, and like he writes like a no, he wrote like a frowny. No, he didn't drop his pencil. Sorry, he was like and then he wrote a smiley face, and then an arrow, and then like a squiggly line that I think he tried to make into a frowny face, but he just gave up on that, and then he just dropped his pencil, and then he made a pouty face at me like a child. So yeah, that's going. He's improving though, so that's good. Yeah, I used to be an SAT math tutor back when I was like a freshman, sophomore in college. But yeah, I really liked being a tutor. That was really fun because I felt like I was helping people, kids at least. But it was really sad one time because I only worked like summers and stuff. But there was one summer I was working, and there's this little girl who I was tutoring, and then I was telling her, oh yeah, you're gonna have another tutor because I have to leave, I have to go to college, back to school. And she's like, what? I'm like, yeah. And then I didn't realize she had such an attachment to me because she just seemed like a normal kid, but then she started crying because she was like, no, I don't want you to go. I was like, oh. But yeah. Let's see, other stuff. I ordered a new mic. I was gonna get the snowball ice one, but I realized my friend has one. Oh, car. I realized my friend has one, so I could just ask to borrow that one if I ever wanted to. And so I got the Blue Yeti one. But yeah. And I'm just practicing a couple covers for now because classes are starting soon, and I wanted to step away from the new song I'm making just because I want to figure out what direction I'm going with it, and also I want to wait for the new mic to come in to re-record some stuff. And then I also am trying to use BandLab. I think that's what I downloaded. Trying to figure out how to use it. I'm very confused with it so far, but I think if I just keep watching a couple more YouTube videos, it'll be fine. And yeah, I hope okay, yeah, so I did graduate with my undergrad, but I came back for a year to do my master's because I didn't really know what exactly I want to do, and I didn't want to really stay at the company I was at. And for engineering, if you do masters, usually you'll start with a higher salary, which I feel like would be good because I have a lot of debt from school. So I feel like, well, maybe if I just take on this little more debt, it'll pay off in the future. I hope. I'm pretty sure it's gonna pay for itself eventually. But yeah. No, but I really hope they're not hard. I don't really have any friends this year because they're all employed now. But I'm really hoping they're not hard because there was this one class last year that made me want to actually kill myself. And there was 3 days in a row where I would just eat one shin ramen and a monster. Like, that's well, not even a full monster. I think like half a monster, because I think I wasn't able to like finish one, just because I was really stressed, and I felt like I couldn't eat anything because I was just stressed. And yeah, so then after an exam, even after the stress was over, because I hadn't eaten anything that day, I felt still, um, you know, when you haven't eaten anything but you feel sick ish, that you feel like if you will eat something, you're gonna be sick, but it's because you haven't eaten anything. And then my friend was like, yeah, you know, you should just eat something because you're probably sick because you haven't eaten anything. And I was like, yeah, you're right. So then I did. I think that day I also had a ramen though. I stopped after that day though. I went back to normal. Yeah. If you were here before, I don't know if you saw that video, but it doesn't have any views, but like basically it had like an entire box of monsters. So hoping not to do that though. Also, I have a little quiz for you because I've been interested in the answer. What band instrument do you think I played in middle school and high school? I'll give you 3 seconds. 3. What do you think? If you answered trumpet, you'd be correct. But most people think that I played the flute or the clarinet. And I don't know why that is. I mean, I have suspicion, but no one, whenever I tell them I played trumpet, no one was like, they're always like, what? I swear, you really, I really feel like you played the flute or clarinet. I was like, nope, I did not. Yeah. But I've realized that everyone thinks that. Yeah. Okay, I think, wait, is that all I have to talk about? This is gonna be a short one, I guess. But, this was my grandma's headband. I've been using it lately. I used to just use it to hold my hair back when doing makeup and stuff, but I actually like wearing it these days. But yeah. What covers am I doing next? I'm trying to practice Blame It on Summer by Radwimps, and then because it's the end of summer, so I feel like it'd be a good song, and also I like it. I don't know if I'll do a full cover, but let's see. And then this other song that I really like, you probably don't, but because I haven't even seen the movie actually, I just know the song, Big Fish and Begonia. I want to learn. I wrote down the piano and stuff for the song. That's not the song. That's the movie. But the song is called Big Fish. But yeah, that's that. That song's for some reason giving me less trouble than the other one. I think it's just because I don't know. I usually use this app called Chordify, but I tried doing it for that song this time and it just wasn't giving me the right chords. So I went on Google Images and I found some sheet paper and I've been practicing that. I don't know when I'll be able to do that, or like record it, but like probably in sometimes end of September, and I'll do Blame It on Summer in the beginning of September. That's all I have. I've moved back home, and this is this corner that we will be at for the rest of the year, foreseeable future. Yeah. Did I show you these glasses? I did already show you. I think I was wearing these glasses last time. You want to see my hair sticks? I made them. I'll show you. Okay. I don't know which one's my favorite because I like all of them a lot. I like this one. this one. Can you see that well? Try to block the light. Whatever. Okay. And then I like this one a lot too. You know, I feel like everyone's been moving to California these days. My friend was working here, and then he moved to California, and then the other people I know who graduated like a year before me, I feel like they all moved to California for work, which makes sense, but I just know that if I lived in California, I would hate it because I didn't like living in Colorado, which I know they're completely different, but let me put this back. Yeah, so music. I don't think there was anything else to talk about. Oh yeah, I'm meeting my friends today, who I haven't seen. They're from high school, who I haven't seen for a long time. It's weird when you meet people like 4 years later. Now I guess it's almost 5 years, right? Over 4 years, not 5 yet. But, and like, you can grow with some people. Like my friends, I like who, I mean, we all changed and stuff, but like, they changed too, but like I like who they changed into. But then there's other people you were friends with who they changed, but they did not change into something you like. And then it's like, that's so weird. We were friends before, but now we're not really friends. And even if we tried to be friends again, it would be weird. So, yeah. Is it raining? I talked to my professor. I talked to my professor last week. Oh my god, sorry, I thought I saw someone in the window. Anyways, it's just a tree, I think. Yeah, I talked to my professor, and then he was like, do you have any thoughts or questions? And I was like, no. This year is just, it's like a straggler year. A year that I'm in limbo. I don't really know what I'm doing, but I just need to get through it. I've been into reading a lot lately again. Let me show you what I'm reading. This book is called Yoke by Mary Choi, and I'll read you the synopsis. Jane and June are nothing alike. June is 3 years older, a classic firstborn narc with a vile finance job and a soulless apartment, according to Jane. Jane, on the other hand, is an emotionally stunted, self-obsessed crybaby who lives in squalor, has egregious taste in men, and needs to get her ass to class. June's words. Once thick as thieves, these sisters who moved from Seoul to San Antonio and finally New York don't want anything to do with each other until June gets cancer and Jane becomes the only one who can help her. Flung together by sickness and bound by family secrets, will the sisters learn more about themselves and each other than they're willing to confront. This book is kind of like watching a show, which is kind of good because I have a really bad commitment to shows. Like, I'll start watching a show, but then I just get bored after a week and I stop. But this is like a one and done. So you can just read it, and yeah. I tried reading The Bell Jar by Sylvia Plath, but I know it was made, I know she wrote it like back in the day. I don't know, it was hard for me. I think it was just hard for me to read because she also was like saying like, oh, I'm as yellow as a China man, or like, oh, there was like this Chinese, I saw this Chinese woman with smudged liners staring back at me. It was just me, of course. Like, I don't know. And then she said something about black people too, and I don't know. Yeah, so, but there's that. And yeah, that's all I've got. Yeah. But yeah, I promised to get 2 covers out in September, and then hopefully I'll be able to work on my song more. Wait, I'll show you, I'll let you talk that. I'll talk about the other song though, the new one. I'm trying to make it more dynamic or have more variation, because that other song in that last video was very plain and simple, which I do like for the lyrics, but this one's I feel like if something is not musically interesting, then the lyrics have to be full of meaning and stuff. But if the lyrics are not very meaningful, then it has to be an interesting song musically. So this next song is not very meaningful in terms of lyrics. It's just like, and you won't call, you won't write, no matter the time. It's just like stupid like that. And so then I'm trying to make the intro go like da-na-na, da-na-na-na-na, and then like another like part of it going like stuff like that, so it can be interesting. And yeah, so hopefully I will get that done. But yep, that's all. I feel like I'm gonna take this. I look a little silly. It's fine. Okay. Oh, look at this. My friend got this for me when I was a freshman. Watch this. Woo. Oh. Yeah, the battery probably needs to be changed, and the light's very dim. But other than that, oh, there we go. I really like. So keep this. I don't. Oops. I'm not very heavy on decoration, like as a person, just because I have a really small room. Like my side is just like this, and the more stuff you have, it's just too much. And also I don't really like consumerism in terms of I don't like to buy stuff that I don't need just because it's plastic and it's like, or it's just like, it's just too much stuff. I don't need it. And then I'm gonna die one day, and what's gonna happen to all that stuff? So I like to keep decoration that's like meaningful and stuff. And my art and plants. These are my sister's plants though. And then we have some cranes, and then some rocks. And I'm working. Before I left for Colorado, I started this painting. It still needs work. I don't like how the flowers are kind of just like not popping out, because I really just made them in white, and then we have some orange up here. So I'm not a professional, so I don't exactly know how to fix it, but I think if I add a bunch more leaves, then it'll be fixed. And then I'll hang this one. I don't sell my art anymore because I realized that it made me sad when I would have to sell it because I really liked it. And then if I wanted to have it again, I'd have to make it all over again. So I don't really sell my art anymore because, yeah. I think one day I'm going to look at pictures of the art I sold that I really like, that I regret selling, and make remakes of it so that I can have my own copy. Yep, that's it. I am hungry. Okay. Okay, that's all I've got.